In the morning, on your radio. Everybody listening to the L.I.C.K show. Yeah. Love is cool with Kels, don't you know? We got AJ and Calipo. And what's the #1 radio? 92.3. The L.I.C.K. That's the morning show. That's the morning show. The L.I.C.K morning show. The L.I.C.K show. That's the morning show. 6 till 10 a.m. That's the morning show. The L.I.C.K show.
I just wanna lick show and chill. I just wanna lick show and chill. I just wanna lick show and chill. I just wanna lick show and chill.
And we back, the L.I.C.K morning show on Hits 92.3. We've been just in here talking. So I'm already loving this interview already, and we didn't even got started. So shout out to 3-time Grammy Award winning Mr. Troy Taylor. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. Thanks for having us.
You feel that energy?
Absolutely.
The
Yes, the energy is already here. We in here cracking up. We learning different things. Yeah, so how you doing?
I'm good.
Real quick, my disclaimer. I knew who we had coming in, but when he came in, I thought it was Dame Dash.
So Calipo thinks he looks like Dame Dash.
Not really though, but
Look,
it's the beard.
It's the beard and it's the hat.
Yeah.
It's the beard and the hat. And like we came around the corner, I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm like loving this jacket he got on. So
Yeah, like,
right.
yeah.
Right. We had a question earlier this morning that we was asking what's your morning regimen? Like, what do you do in the mornings? Do you do the same thing every day, or is it depending on what you got to do that day? It varies.
Kind of the same since I got a dog.
Okay, so from the moment
so
you open your eyes?
The moment I will open my eyes, which is usually around a little bit before 6 or after 6, I turn on Ricky Smiley.
Okay.
Because that lets me know what's going on. They make me laugh, and I just fight like what's going on over the night while I've been asleep.
Okay.
So I catch up, whatever, and soon as usually when I do that, I get on my phone, text my mom, or she texts me, whichever comes first. The dog starts whining because he hears that I'm up. Tell him to shut up and go back to sleep, and he's not. And then around 10, when Ricky Smiley goes off, I take the dog out, let him go potty, put him back in the cage because he's tired and he tries to fight it, but he's going back in the cage. And then I usually go over to my computer, and then whatever track I was working on the night before, I either listen to it and see if I want to continue it, or whatever I was doing the night before, I recap.
Okay.
So that's usually my everyday day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you work on music every single day.
Yeah.
That's why you're in the game 30 plus years.
Yes.
I didn't even know, I was like, okay, 3-time Grammy Award winning. He was like, yeah, 30 years in the game. That just lets you know, stick to whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever you're good at, whatever you started. 30 years?
Yeah.
Like, people's
music
attention span is so short these
the
days.
industry
Like,
is crazy.
if the business doesn't pop within the first 2
They off
years,
it.
they on to something else.
Yeah.
See, and I got a question for you.
Mhm.
Being in 30 years, right? I know you work with the best.
Yes.
The best.
The best.
Best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel to work with the king of R&B?
Okay.
So hold on.
I thought you was gonna
You
say-
want to get your sound effect ready?
I thought.
There you go. Yeah.
I thought you was going to say the Queen, which is Aretha Franklin, but okay, we'll go there.
I mean, cause we know who the queen is.
No,
We know
we're going to go
who the
there.
queen
Listen,
is.
let me tell you something. You cannot tell somebody who feels the way they feel about themselves how they should feel.
Right.
That being said, if Jacquees says he's the king of R&B, and gosh darn it, he is. That's what it is. Of his generation.
And you had a good point when you said that today, because I did not agree that he was the king of R&B. But of his generation, he absolutely is.
He said that.
Did he? Oh, he did say
He
that.
said of my generation.
But the thing is,
so who else is singing really?
Nobody.
But in his generation, isn't Chris Brown and
No.
That's not of his generation.
Trey Songz. So
Neo, Mario,
They're not-
Marion, they're their own generation right
All
there.
right.
okay,
Like,
so
Reese ain't a part of that.
So you know what?
No.
So with that being said, because with all honesty, with that, and I'm glad. You know what? I'm really glad I asked you that question because from that, I've actually put them in the same in that same era of the Chris Browns, the Ushers,
He's not.
the Trey Songz, and all them. Only because Chris Brown and Usher,
Because
and all
they're
them,
still relevant.
They're still relevant.
Yeah.
But at the height of their careers, yes, you're right. He was
Chris
not
is
right
Chris,
generation.
Trey is Trey. They get already thing. This
Yes,
new
you're
generation and a generation of rap, hip hop, / singy,
Right.
which I'm gonna say right now on the radio. Look, if all them rappers could really sing, they would never rap. I don't care what nobody say.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Just
yes.
me.
That's true.
No, I
That
agree.
auto tune make them get like Red Bull. They get them wings.
And
they
they
feel like
think
they
they-
be doing runs and everything. Like I'll be like, oh, y'all, I wish y'all could sing.
Yeah.
See, you really
know
want to
it.
sing. You don't
Yeah.
want to rap.
And you know what make me mad about that, right?
What?
Is the fact we talk about it every now and then, but I am still pissed. I'm sorry, I know it's morning time. I'm still pissed that Ja Rule let his career go to
He didn't technically let.
No, yes he did.
It was
Yes he did.
the fans did that.
No,
We
because
turned against
actually-
him when 50 Cent let him do that.
But he gained everybody back for a split second. When
I was about to say when. It was a
when he
true
did
split.
when he did clap back,
Uh-huh.
he had that buzz going again,
Uh-huh.
but he stopped after that.
He just needed a record.
Yeah, like that
He had
like
a record.
that's all he
He needed
needed.
a record.
That's
If it was
all he
hot,
needed.
It would have just gone away.
That's all he needed because like I said, because he was there.
Yeah.
Even that debauchery with him and Bobby Brown, The Last Temptation. That was still a good song.
Yeah.
It was still a good song. So yeah, he was well ahead of his time. You let somebody punk you out of your spot who turned around and did the same exact thing and now is leading the generation to do the same
Like,
thing
even
too.
now, 50
Yeah.
Cent still to this day is the same way. He didn't let his career. He didn't have a choice. Like we as
He had a
fans should have
choice.
been like
He
protesting
had a
for
choice.
the man for
He
him
had
to
a choice.
still be relevant. But
He had a choice.
if 50 Cent don't like you,
He had a choice.
you gotta
No,
you gotta have a dog in the fight to go against 50 Cent.
He had a choice.
He's so petty.
He had
He's
a
so
choice.
petty, and he will stop everything in his day. He'll stop
Actually,
money
well,
to put
to
attention
make
on
sure,
you.
yeah.
Well, no, he lost against Rick Ross, but this interview is not about 50. We ain't gonna talk about.
Right.
But he did lose to Rick Ross now. So let's just keep it 100. He did
I
lose
like
to
that
Rick.
one, so let me put
He
that out.
did
That's
lose
my
to Rick,
disclaimer
so.
to that.
So with that, like what you see in that nowadays, right? How does that make you feel as a producer? Like,
Okay, so I have this campaign,
Right.
Mayor of R&B.
yeah.
I started with the campaign of Mayor of R&B. Is it real? Is it something that it exists? Yes, because I said so, and I called myself the Mayor of R&B because here's my campaign. I, as the Mayor of R&B, vowed to insert myself into the generation of now and to educate them on what R&B needs to be like. It's not that they don't want to do it; they don't know how to do it. You know, FL, Fruity Loops, I'll say it like that. Fruity Loops, doesn't really allow people to, use keyboards. Well, they can if they want to, but most people don't, and they click in the beats and all that. So they don't really know chords. They don't know changes. But here's how I know my theory is correct, because all these kids love 90s music.
Yes.
So when they listen to 90s music, you get chords, you get bridges, you get changes, you get harmonies. So you can't tell me they don't like it. They don't know how to do it, because if they could do it, R&B would be still going the way it needs to go. So, me being the OG now, it's like as the mayor of R&B, because my generation is angry. They got chips on their shoulder.
Why you ain't lied about
No, they're
that.
angry, and that's
I'm
dumb.
not even that generation, but I just said yesterday I am stuck in the 90s.
No,
I don't
listen,
like nothing past
listen,
90s.
listen,
I'm
listen.
angry too.
So if that's the case, the 60s is mad at the 70s, is mad at the 80s, they're mad at the 90s, and so forth and so on. You get what I'm saying? So, when drummers were drummers, they got mad when the drum machine took over. I get it, I understand. But see, me, I don't have a chip on my shoulder. I have transcended for 30 years now. So I started in the New Jack Swing era. I'm here now. And the reason why I'm still here is because it is what it is, whether I like it or not, this is what it is.
Yeah.
The best thing to do from here is to educate. So I insert myself work with Jacquees, work with YK Osiris, work with Queen Naija. That's what I'm doing. And if I want it to be better, then I'm gonna make it better. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here on the sideline and complain, they don't know nothing about no R&B. They don't know, this ain't no music, this ain't this. No, shut up. Just get in. And they respect me more when I come in their world, when I come in the studio.
Right.
And I just be the OG. I don't preach, I don't do anything, I just press play. When I press play, the chords, it kills them every time.
Right.
It kills them every, ooh, yo, ooh, ah. Because I'm like, yo, that's what you listen to. You just don't know how to do it. So let me take your track and let me show you. And so that's, as the mayor of R&B, that's my campaign, to insert myself into this new generation, which I've already began and been doing it the whole time. Now Trey's coming back.
So
Now, I got a song on there that's about to be crazy.
Okay, well, I will ask you. I'm gonna ask you this.
I'm gonna come back to that.
I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this.
Okay.
When Trey come back, because I'm gonna need this from Trey. All right. Because I really need this from a lot of the R&B artists, but I'll take from Trey since he's the OG coming back first, in my opinion. I need the R&B lyrics to be R&B lyrics.
Okay, so this song, I'm gonna let you. This is exclusive. Y'all getting a total super dumb exclusive. The song is called Circles.
Okay.
All right, and we don't have to have a clean version.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking.
All right.
Does he grab the air? Is he gonna grab the air?
He sounds like he's grabbing the air. I'm sure if you do a video, it's one of them type songs.
It's not R&B if you don't grab the air and the lip. If the lip doesn't quiver,
I have to ask
it's no skippity doo dah.
Because I understand what you're saying as far as like get with the program. It's the times of what it is now.
Yeah.
Me being that I'm stuck in the 90s, am I going to feel? To me, is this true R&B? Okay.
You're gonna love it. It's the Trey songs that, you know, I occasionally hear. I want the ready Trey songs. Okay. And yo, for all the people who don't know, but from this generation, it's coming out. Anticipation 1 and 2 is gonna be coming out and streaming. And this generation don't know about Anticipation. So it's gonna be really cool for them to hear, you know what I mean? And just for it to be able to be streamed, which is totally R&B, but yeah, we're about to put that out. And so I got a lot of great music on Trey for this next project that says harmonies, that says Trey songs, like, you know, the Trey songs that everyone said they want.
Right.
It's that.
But you know what? Like each phase of his career, he's always been dope. Like even with the cornrows, the cornrows Trey, the I Don't Want to Leave.
Yeah.
Like the I Don't Want to Leave. Believe it or not, I love that album. The first album that he put out, the I Don't Want to Leave album, because he had songs like If, I Gotta Make, I Gotta Make It, I Don't Want to Leave, If, Ooh. It's a bunch of them songs. Cheat on You. Like, I love that album still today. And then when he comes back out, and I forgot what, I think it was
Trey Day after that.
Trey Day after that.
And then
Ready, and then
Chapter 5 is Fumble. Well, Passion, Pain, and Pleasure, and then Chapter 5.
And now the Passion, Pain, and Pleasure. That was one. That was like this. If I had to go the first and then that one, like that's they can alternate, because he has a series of songs on there that's like from back to back, and I think it's from from that song, I Wish We Never Did It. From there, all the way up until 9, I think it is. Cause like I used to listen to that album. Like I love that album. Like backboard, I love it. And I think it's from like that song all the way up to 9. I forgot what song. It might have been Pleasure or something like. It's something I can't remember. What's it dope?
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, he's back. He's definitely. I want to say he's back. He never left. But he's the music that people want to hear him sing. We have that.
So when can we expect Circles to come out?
Oh, later next month.
So you gonna pick?
I'm so excited.
I mean,
it
ain't my thing. I mean, he's the artist. I'm just,
you're the producer,
I just work here. If y'all have me back, I can do it.
Okay, so what we saying is, you coming back next month when Circles comes out.
Yes, I will do that.
Now, with you being because you answered a question before I was even able to ask it. My question was, how have you been in the industry for 30 years? So I got the answer as far as like moving with the times. What is your favorite generation that you have worked project-wise, that you've worked on, that you felt like, I know everything you do is like, this is my best work. The body of work, this is the best. For you to have the passion of what you do, what has been your favorite generation?
I'm just gonna have to say the 90s for sure, because I mean, the 90s is where I pretty much got my start. You know what I mean? The first professional thing I did was at 22 was Boys to Men.
Okay.
Now it's great to say it now, but they were
not to
kids.
cut you off, but I almost named my son Wanye.
Really?
His dad was like,
Nah, we ain't had that.
I used to
I don't blame him.
That was like the dopest name to me
And now
at the time.
his son's named Juan Moore. They're actually dope though.
Yeah.
His sons.
They song "Doing Just Fine" helped me with my little breakup in high school.
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie. Look, I used to play that. I mean, like, cause like you know when you have a breakup, especially in high school, you walk with your headphones on, and then all of a sudden when they walking past, you be like, and doing just fine. Oh, there you go. I didn't see you getting along very well without your ass on my mind. like, I'm for real, like,
you got the words.
Like,
but that's what music.
I love
supposed to
music.
do.
It
Yes,
is, and I
that's
miss
exactly what it's
that.
supposed
Like,
to do.
I'm not gonna say I don't like the music today. I'm not a hip hop fan now.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Tupac died, I think I died with it.
right.
So like I play, like my husband gets so mad because I'll play R&B. He was like, "How do you listen to this in the daytime? This is making me sleepy." I'm like, "What? Are you crazy? Have you gone mad?" So I love it. So who is your favorite artist that you've ever worked with?
I'm gonna have to say Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin. Ooh, that's
Just because she's Aretha Franklin.
Just because she's Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, just cause. And we actually had a good working relationship as far as, she's, occasionally will call me and just see what I'm doing, ask me what I have, if I have any songs, and it was a lot of, I did songs that came out, but I did more songs that never came out. She was just waiting for a situation or whatever the case. But there was an interview she did in 2003 that I didn't see till years later, and somebody told me, where she said in her interview that I was a very good writer, producer. And she said my name, so I kind of like, that's like the queen has spoken. Like, seriously, that's
Put a stamp
that
on
made my whole existence of wanting to do music
It's worth
for
it,
her to
yeah.
say that. You know what I mean? There's only two people that could say that to me that would be really, really an honor. It's Queen Aretha Franklin and then Quincy Jones, who I have not met. So if I meet him and he said it, then I'm done.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. I'm done.
It's stamped it.
Right, so I think I'm gonna get a very authentic answer with this question, man, because it's actually coming from the producer side.
Yep.
Okay.
So this is a question that we ask every artist and that we've had on it. So this is the first time we're actually asking the producer.
Okay.
So you're gonna, and I'm gonna ask it in a different way.
Okay.
You're creating an album. Normally it's a song, but you're creating an album.
Right.
Which three artists,
Mm-hmm.
past, present, dead or alive, are you using to make that album?
Oh, so still, I'm doing the album now. Like
Yeah.
I have an assignment
You're
about
producing the
I'm
album.
producing an album.
You're producing
And
an
you
album.
get to pick the artist.
You get to pick the artist.
Like in other words, you were forming this group. You're forming this group, this trio. Past, present, dead or alive. Who would it be?
Okay.
He liked that question.
Okay. So Luther Vandross is gonna be one. For the
Looks
day.
ain't gonna be right. Luther ain't gonna.
It's gonna be one because I never worked with him. I worked with Brian Isley. I worked with Patti LaBelle, OJ's, Lionel Richie. He would be one. Jasmine Sullivan. I
That's
wish
interesting.
I can get with her.
That's interesting.
And then, so that's mid. That's like Luther. That's Jasmine right there. And I really want to work with Sway Lee.
Oh, that'll be
wow.
so dope. Oh my God.
Mess you up with that one.
Hey, I don't know why, but I'm anticipating that song right now.
I just really want to. I really want
I
to work with
mean,
him.
you know what
He's
now?
I didn't see that one coming
I know.
out.
Because honestly, Sway Lee does not get a lot of
dope.
credit.
No,
he does
really
not
good.
get a lot of credit.
He doesn't.
And funny thing, shout out to Reese and them, because they knew him way back before he became. I think his name was like
I don't know what his
Khalid.
name is, but I know
It's Khalid or something. So, but we always knew that he had it. He was just missing one thing, and
He's just having fun right now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like if it were a thing where it's like they put me in the studio and we sat down and talked about, what do you want to do? Because I know he wanted to sing. try to act like it.
Yes.
But
he wants to sing.
Every chance he gets, he sings. So
he started out as a singer. That was his thing. Like when he was down here, like that's why that's why I say like I know him way before the whole the Ray Sherman thing. He was a singer. He had the whole flat top and box and everything.
Okay. Well then that
like,
validates my thing. That's
So-
why I want to work with him, because I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear it in his voice. I see it. It can work. He has a tone. He has a sound. You know it's him. So yeah, he's one of the persons I would want to work with.
And that would be definitely dope. Like I would. Wow. Yeah. I would go. I'll go to the music store and buy
I'm
it.
gonna have to add another one though.
Who you got?
Charlie Wilson.
Oh,
I gotta do
wow.
him. I gotta work with him. I will work with him.
There you go.
On the first Grammy was for Boyz II Men.
Boys to Men.
So I was probably 23.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was 23. And that had to be like 94 or something like that. 95. No, not about 94, I think. So yeah. And then the second one, Boyz II Men. The next album. And then the third one is Aretha Franklin.
Yeah. So so take us to how the Grammys works. Behind the scenes, do y'all know that you're going to win, or are you finding out when we find out?
No, you find out when you find out at that moment. They don't know ahead of time.
Okay. So, but you're nominated.
You know you're
ahead of
nominated,
time,
yeah.
And you just
Mhm.
praying and wishing. And did you ever feel like I got this?
No, I mean 'cause back then it's like I can't win no Grammy. I'm like I ain't been doing it that long. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know. But that was huge, and then to come back the next year and they won again, it was pretty surreal. It's like it's not something you think about. Like even working with Aretha Franklin, I didn't plan on working with her. She's Aretha Franklin. You don't work with Aretha Franklin. You listen to Aretha Franklin. So it's like but I'm just saying, like I didn't. The most amazing people I worked with, I didn't have in my mind thinking that I would ever work with them. You know what I mean? So. Yeah.
Do you remember who you were up against, producer-wise, first time?
Not with Boyz II Men. I don't remember, and with the second album as well. I don't remember Aretha. I got nominated again for Mary J. Blige, a song that I did with her for vocal, best traditional vocal by a female, R&B, and they gave it to Natalie Cole.
Okay.
I think it was like one of those political things, personally, I think. Trey was nominated, and for the album Ready, and they gave it to Barry White at the time.
Okay.
And that was kind of political,
I didn't
too.
even know.
Because he shouldn't even been in the
I
category.
didn't even know he was a producer. I just personally didn't know he was a producer.
No. It's just I was saying like of the album.
Oh, okay. For the album
yeah,
itself.
Yeah, for the album,
okay.
and so I know.
Never mind.
But it was political because I think at the time Barry had never gotten a Grammy through his whole career.
Okay, so they just give him one.
Yeah, and he felt that way too because his speech he made mention after all these years y'all gonna give me one now, and in the middle of all this talent, you know what I mean? Like, so he kind of like knew it was kind of slight charity-ish.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want anything that way.
Yeah. So.
But he can say he had one.
Yeah.
Now he can say that.
I couldn't. Just because I didn't win.
Yeah. Would you have given it away to who you felt should have gotten it?
But that don't matter anyway. His name is on it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Remember,
would you have made mention of it? I guess.
I would have. You know what? I would have. No, actually, no. I don't know. It just depends. Because remember the guy Macklemore did that with Kendrick Lamar, and Macklemore got backlash for actually paying homage.
Grateful?
No, but he was but his speech was actually real. It was legit. He was like, look, Kendrick won. You had a way better album than me. I don't know how I won. I feel like I robbed you.
Right.
Like those was his words to Kendrick Lamar.
And Witchcomb did the same thing. Adele did it with Beyonce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. I couldn't take it. I couldn't take now. Granted, maybe I would say something about it, but any artist wouldn't take it. I mean, just like now with the Astros, they're talking about stripping their World Series away because they were caught cheating in the World Series.
What did they do?
They were still in base signs and everything else. So,
What's that mean?
In other words, like, okay, you remember when Tom Brady and them were accused of stealing and knowing the playbooks and everything else? That's kind of like that in baseball. Like when you know what someone's signs are, you know what pitch is coming. When you can tell what somebody's base signals are, you know if someone's going to steal or not. So everything that you can possibly do as far as distraction.
Where did they get the signs from?
I don't know where they got them from, but I think it has something to do with either a stolen playbook, videotape,
something like that. He gave me a little bit of a hard time on that, and then we got to the chorus, and the chorus is a choreography to the hook.
Right.
Like the hook goes sweetly, he goes would you. It's a call and answer.
Back and back.
Right. So trying to get him to be in that pocket, was like pulling teeth. I'm like, no. You need right here, right. No. Oh man, yo, that ain't singing. I'm like, oh gosh. Then we get to the second verse, and in this case, the second verse is like the first. Ooh, I gotta do that again? I'm like, dude, this is the way the song goes.
Just do it and we out of here.
I did all the backgrounds on that song.
Did you?
Yeah, that's all.
You sang too?
Because I started off as an artist first.
Oh.
And then when I worked with Boys and Men, I decided in the middle of that, I was signed to Motown. So that's how I ended up getting into Boys and Men.
Gotcha.
But in the middle of working with them, I decided, when they came out, I decided not to be an artist, which is one of the best decisions I've ever made in my whole career. Because in being an artist, I feel like there is a responsibility. People don't want it to be, but it is. And you have to know who you are. You have to know who you are I'm a sarcastic person. And if I get into a radio station or I come to a radio station as an artist and you ask me a question, I'm gonna be so real. But if I be too real and I say the wrong thing, I might mess up my spins. You know what I mean? So I decided early, like, you know what? I'm too real for this. I can't. You got to play the game when you're an artist, and I'm not going to play the game. So I told the label, I told Timmy Ratchford, I told Gerald Busby, I didn't want to be an artist. And since I hadn't came out yet, they hadn't spent their money, so they kind of like let me out, and it was cool. But I do not regret that, because if you're going to be an artist, you got to play. You got to get into it.
Yes, you do.
You have to.
And I used to actually sing when I was younger, and I had the opportunity I kind of messed it up, but I still feel like my mama kind of messed it up too, because I got in trouble and she pulled me out of a singing group. And we were like really starting to take off. And so as I got older, I got back into music again, and I almost had the opportunity to be managed by Donnell Jones.
Okay.
And one thing led to, I ended up getting pregnant, and then my ex-husband at the time was my boyfriend at the time. He's like, you're going to be traveling, you got a kid, so I chose the family life instead.
Gotcha.
But I don't regret it, because it's evolved so much. I feel like I might have gotten lost in the sauce. I'm such a rebel type person. I don't like rules, so I don't think I would have been cut out for the industry, because I wouldn't want to change like who I am, what I do, what I like. And you have, like you said, you have to do certain things. You have to be a certain way. They might have gave me an image that I didn't want, and I didn't realize until I started learning the business side of the industry. And I was just like, wait a minute, like I ain't ready for this. It's too much. So like you said, that was probably the best decision not to go forward with that. Just for those that my friends and family, like, I can't believe you didn't sing. I don't regret it. I have no regrets towards it whatsoever. So I mean, it's like that sometimes. Sometimes you choose your career. Sometimes your career chooses you. And it works for the best. So we're going to take a quick little break. We're going to come back. Troy's going to do the lick lesson of the day. Lick Morning Show, Hits 92.3. We want you to do this lick lesson, though.
Okay.
So when you hear lick lesson, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Whatever it is.
You about to get towed off?
Hey, that's a new one. We heard that one yet.
About to get a licking?
We've heard that one.
Yeah.
So what the lick lesson actually is, L.I.C. stands for Love is Cool with Kels.
Okay.
Which is what the part of the show is.
Gotcha.
The L.I.C. lesson is we give you a couple of words to say. You got to say them 5 times fast, and you got to say them 5 times fast correctly. All right?
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
we got another one that we have not used in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Sheep, soup. And you have to say all of that together 5 times fast.
Yep. Say, what is it?
Sheep, soup.
Sheep soup.
5 times fast.
Oh. Sheep soup. Cheesy soup. Cheesy soup. Cheesy soup. That's funny. That's cheap soup. Take sheep soup.
Oh, no, I can't say that.
Cheap soup. Take sheep soup. Cheap soup.
All right, so that I got an easier one.
Okay.
Toy boat.
Toy boy. You know what? Here's the thing. I just realized something. You never said how fast. Toy boat.
That's not
Toy
fast.
boat. Toy boat.
As fast as you possibly can
That's
say.
as
But
fast
look,
as
that
I
could
can.
be
That's
literally
as fast as I can to say it correctly.
If you know, now you know I'm the real petty one of the show. Right? I can't argue that. He has
that's as fast as I could say
because
it.
technically, when you put it out there, you have to say it as fast
Say as fast as
you
I
can.
So now I gotta say as fast as I want you to say it.
There
we go.
Or you can say the fastest in the room. So that means
Either way,
I can't say it, period. So that still could be
no,
your
that could still be
fastest.
my fastest to say
Exactly.
correctly.
Or unless somebody else
Exactly
said it,
what I want
unless
you to say.
AJ said it, if I say it, then you have to say it faster than one of us.
I guess.
But then again, but
Look,
then
I got him
again, we would have to know how to say it too.
Yes.
So technically, you
Exactly.
still won.
Yeah.
All right, so it's time to get up out of here because it's time for the Live City show. But before we do that, tell everybody out there where to find you.
Follow me on IG and Twitter. I don't be on Twitter a lot, and I just realized people be on Twitter. They still be on it like
The
My
crazy.
Twitter's
number
popping.
one
I didn't
social
know that.
site.
I didn't know. I just
Twitter's
forgot
popping.
about it. So
Yeah.
it's Troy Taylor at Troy Taylor TTU on IG and Twitter. Troy Taylor at Troy Taylor TTU. Follow me, y'all. Come on now. Let me know that you was here.
In the morning, on your radio. Everybody listening to the L.I.C.K show. Yeah. Love is cool with Kels, don't you know? We got AJ and Calipo. And what's the number 1 radio? 92.3. The L.I.C.K. That's the morning show. That's the morning show. The L.I.C.K morning show. The L.I.C.K show. That's the morning show. 6 to 10 a.m. That's the morning show. The L.I.C.K show.
I just wanna lick, show and chill. I just wanna lick, show and chill. I just wanna lick, show and chill. I just wanna lick, show and chill.